Before you continue, grab your device and open the Manage My Fatigue app. Feel free to pause and restart this video as often as you need to give yourself time to follow along and work on your own device. Now that you have a plan for your day, it's time to get started. Tap the task name on the MyDay screen to open the task screen. We'll have a separate video focusing on strategies and notes, so for now let's just get the general idea of these fields. The Strategies field is where you enter strategies that will help you successfully work on a task. For instance, for a task like cut roses, you might enter wear leather gloves, cut roses back to the first 5-leaf stem, check for bugs. These strategies will potentially help you prepare to get started, such as wear leather gloves, and help you stay on task while cutting the roses. For instance, cut roses back to first 5-leaf stem. The Notes section provides space for you to add short notes regarding your status or where you left off on a task, so that you can reorient yourself quickly when returning to the task. For instance, you might enter saw bugs and sprayed July 5th. You'll note the reference to optimal duration, TBD, toward the bottom of the screen. You might be wondering why the optimal duration you added for the task in My Tasks isn't showing up. The duration for each task is based on the optimal duration entered on the My Task screen and your level of energy at the time you attempt the task. Tap Get Started to establish the task duration for the selected task. You'll see some images and the optimal duration you entered originally for the selected task. The Manage My Fatigue app will ask you to identify your current level of fatigue prior to and after attempting each task. Tap the image that represents your current level of fatigue or energy. If your level of fatigue is something other than highly energized, a pop-up will appear indicating the level of fatigue you selected and a suggested modified duration for that task. The idea here is that if you're feeling some level of fatigue prior to starting a task, then attempting the task at the original optimal duration may not be in your best interest. For instance, why would you attempt to read for the optimal duration of 45 minutes, the amount of time you identified you could read and still have some energy left, if you know you're already fairly tired? It might be better to read for a shorter duration, take a break, and then go back to your reading. We understand there are times when you may not be able to shorten the time you spend on a task, so you have the option of using the modified duration or the original optimal duration. The pop-up is there to prompt you to think about it and make a conscious choice based on your level of fatigue at the time. Once you make your choice, the countdown timer will start. Note the Strategies and Notes fields are visible to help keep you on track. You will see the remaining time count down toward the bottom of the screen. In many cases, you will work on the task for the duration selected and let the timer count down. Once the time counts down, you'll be prompted to assess your current post-task fatigue level. Then you'll be encouraged to take a break, but you'll be given several options to choose from regarding what you'd like to do next. There may be occasions where you need to pause the timer for some reason, for instance to answer the phone. Or you may need to stop the task before the timer counts down. For instance, you're too tired to continue, or you finished the task early. Tap the Pause button to temporarily pause the timer. Tap the Restart Task button to continue the countdown timer. If you need to stop a task before the timer counts down, tap the Stop Task button, and then identify your post-task fatigue level. The Stopped Early pop-up will appear, prompting you to identify why you decided to stop the task early. You can tap one of the preset options, Too Tired, Something Came Up, or Completed Early. Or, if none of these describe the reason you stopped early, you can tap Other and enter a different reason. Then tap Done. After making a selection, you'll be asked if you'd like to take a break, add some notes, or go back to MyDay. For now, let's go back to MyDay. We'll explore the break options in the next video. Now that you are aware of the Manage My Fatigue process involved with starting tasks, let's give it a try together. Tap the plus sign, then tap the school category to open it. Tap the test task. We're going to use the test task because its optimal duration is set to 5 minutes, so you won't have to wait too long for the timer to count down. Tap Skip Reminder. Now tap School-Test from the list of tasks. Make note of the strategies and notes fields. Tap Get Started. We're not feeling that energetic, so let's tap the so-so fatigue level. Read the pop-up. Let's choose the modified duration by tapping it since we don't have a lot of energy. Tap the Pause Task button to pause the timer. Tap the Restart Task button to continue the timer. Tap the Stop Task button and then enter Tired as the fatigue level. We stopped the task early and said we were tired, so let's indicate that we are too tired to continue as our reason for stopping. For now, let's go back to the MyDay screen by tapping No, back to MyDay. You'll notice there is a reference under the task indicating we have one attempt at that task today. You just went through the whole Manage My Fatigue process for one task. See, it isn't that complicated. In fact, it walks you through all the steps. You just have to respond to the prompts. Okay, now let's start another task. But this time, we'll let the timer count down. From the MyDay screen, tap the School Test task again. Make note of the strategies and notes fields. Tap Get Started. We're feeling pretty unenergetic, so let's tap the Tired option on the fatigue level. Read the pop-up. The modified duration is 2 minutes. Let's choose the modified duration by tapping it since we don't have a lot of energy. Pause this video and let the timer count down on your device, then restart the video. Once the task has counted all the way down, tap Tired as your post-task fatigue level, and tap Choose Another Task to return to MyDay. Note the School Test task now shows 2 attempts for the day. How do you feel about the process? It's time for you to practice what you've learned so far. Give it a try. Pause this video. Start one of the tasks within your Manage My Fatigue app and complete the Manage My Fatigue app process by stopping the task early and choose the Completed Early option. Start one of the tasks within the Manage My Fatigue app and complete the Manage My Fatigue app process, letting the timer count all the way down. Start one of the tasks within the Manage My Fatigue app and complete the Manage My Fatigue process by stopping the task early and choose the Other option.